So I've been absolutely itching with fish spawning lately for an excuse to get out and go fishing. And when 2 new products landed on my desk last week, it was the perfect opportunity for me to ring Brad up, get out for a quick 24 to do a quick product introduction. Now, of course, I've come down to one of my favourite local day tickets, that is Bayswater in Chelmsford. It's nice and hot. We're going to do a bit of zig fishing. So if that doesn't give you a little hint into what we're going to be looking at, I don't know what will. So back in spring 2025, Atomic released a really nice little product in the shape of the Nite Glow Zig Aligners in a green. And to be honest with you, it was one of them products that I really didn't want to come out because I lost my edge, and I'll be brutally honest with you there. But they've been really well received. They've caught fish up and down the country, home and abroad, and especially on waters that tend to be fishing a little bit tricky. I mean, these have been catching fish on some really good waters, the Raisby Complex, the Essex, Man of the Dell, and they always tend to do a bite when it tends to be a little bit harder as well. And of course, at the same time as releasing the greens during that test period, we was working on a couple more colours, and I'm pleased to say it's taken a little bit longer than I would have liked, but we do have 2 new colours joining us in that range now. So we always wanted to do a real deep, dark red version of the Nite Glows, and of course a blue. Anyone remembers the old glow-in-the-dark corn from back in the day? It was always green and blue, and I did really well on both colours. I caught loads and loads of fish, so wanted to do a blue and bring that into the range, but the red was the main focus. And I'm pleased to say, like I say, it's taken us a little while, but we have got them now and they are spot on. So the blue, it's a real nice deep blue, little bit similar to the sort of the old school glow-in-the-dark corn blue, and that didn't take much work. It was more about the glow time on the blue, getting that right. But the red was the trickiest. If anybody's ever messed around with glow powders, if you get a red powder, it tends to glow really orange. So we didn't want that. We wanted a real dark, deep red. And like I say, with a bit of work, back and forwards with the supplier and changing the mix, we have actually nailed it now. So if you didn't know anything about the Nite Glow Zig Aligners that we launched back in 2025, I'll give you a real quick rundown on how to use them. So they're very similar to the rest of the Zig Aligners in the Atomic Tackle Zig range. They feature that rigid body so they keep their shape. They've got the double loop so you can put your foam in the big loop, and then you've got the single loop on the back of that to tie off your maggots and your worms and your naturals, just to boost and jazz up your zigs. And then moving over to the sort of Nite Glow version, what you can do is you charge them up with a head torch, give them a 30-second blip. You can use a UV torch. You can even leave them on the top of the brolly in the sun and they'll charge up through the day. And usually I'll reel in just on dark, I'll charge them up and I'll put them out, and you'll get about a 20 to 30 minute real intense glow, and then you get a glow out period of anywhere between 4 to 6, 7 hours. Really does depend on the water temperatures. If it's warmer, they're going to glow for a lot longer. Of course, last night I put the rods out, again just on dark, around about 10:30, 11:15, charged all 3 up. I had a red, a green and a blue out, and it was the red that went at about 4:30, 4:45 this morning, literally as Brad was coming through the gate. So right result. Like I say, they've really worked for me up and down. I tend to fish the Nite Glows now exclusively on my zigs. Another thing I really do like about them is that during the day, when they're just a normal zig, they're quite natural. They're a translucent colour. The greens tend to be like a dirty clear, a bit like the carcasses that shed on your bags or your bivvies when the bugs are hatching. The blue is really clear, translucent, and then obviously the red has got a pink tinge to it during the day. But the real edge is when you charge them up. And back in 25, like I said to you, Nite Glows on your zigs. Zig fishing's based on sight, so anything you could do to add attraction, whether that's liquids, oils, powders, for scent purposes, or taking it back to that sight visual, charging them up, having them little tiny zig bug aligners glowing in the dark at night, it's 100% going to add to that interest value on your zig, and it will definitely get you a few more bites. Another real little nice edge that I'm going to give you here, and I don't tend to give much away, is the zig aligners are not just for your zigs. During a test period, I have been known to be cutting the rings off the back of the aligners, and you can use the actual kicker part of the zig aligner on a slip D, on a blowback, on a Ronnie as an actual kicker. And again, just adding that visual aspect of being able to charge it up at night, put your rod on the spot and know that that little tiny little bit of glow is going to entice that extra little bit of interest. A definite edge, definitely something that you should have in your rucksack or your tackle box. And to be fair with you, they're not going to break the bank. At $3.99 for a pack of 10, it's definitely something that I would be having in my tackle box. So I can hear you all behind the screen asking me when these are going to drop. They're already on their way out to the Atomic Tackle stockists, and of course you can get them direct on the website at www.atomictackle.co.uk. Yeah. Second bite of the morning on the glows. And I don't want to jinx it, but this one does feel really good. It's not banging its head, plodding. Well, we will find out. Such a good edge when you're zig fishing. Them night glow options. And that is why I love fishing zigs. Quick rechuck this morning to some showers. 20 minutes later, nice like 30 common in a bag. Another prime example of why I love fishing Bayswater day ticket as well. Get on the night glows. That one was a blue, 8 foot deep, coming up to about 6:30 in the morning, and we're still getting bites on them. Happy job.